Welcome back to Pick Pups. On this video we are going to give you our best bets for today's games. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to push that notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily betting picks. Now enough talking and let's get straight to our picks. For today's CFB games we have LSU vs Florida. LSU is coming off of a shocking loss to Tennessee at home last week, and considering the 2-point loss, a bounce back is exactly what this group needs. It doesn't help that they'll be eyeing a road trip to one of the toughest places to play in the SEC this season. They've won 3 in a row against Florida in the series, and the hope is that confidence might shine through in this one, even in a difficult environment. Wins against Mississippi State and Auburn on the road provide some support that they can grab the win, but there's no doubt they'll need to be sharp to spring the upset on the weekend. It doesn't help matters that LSU has a lengthy list of injuries that they continue to navigate in this one. On the defensive side, a pair of safeties is questionable for Saturday, which is a difficult blow with 2 cornerbacks ruled out for the season. Armani Goodwin, hamstring, is questionable for Saturday, and being without their top running back could be difficult for them to overcome as well. Florida has won 2 games in a row as they stay at home against LSU. This will be their 3rd straight home game, though LSU coming to town is sure to make it their most difficult contest. With losses to only Tennessee and Kentucky on the season, both by single digits, this team has shown their ability to compete. There's no doubt that being at home should be a massive advantage in this one, where the Gators are 4-1 on the season, while the crowd will be rocking for a 7 p.m. kickoff. The Gators will need every advantage they can take, and with a trio of tough games coming up, grabbing the win on Saturday would be instrumental. It should help that the injury bug isn't as bad for Florida as it is for LSU, which should give them a leg up on Saturday. David Connor thumb remains out, which could be a key absence on the offensive line. Defensively, Devin Moore, undisclosed, is questionable, and with the issues already in the secondary, the Gators can't afford to be without him. The Gators might have 2 wins in a row, but considering their struggles against some of the top teams in the SEC this season, it appears like it could be difficult for them to come away with the win in this one. LSU should be able to move the ball on the ground with ease in this one, and their ability to control the clock will end up being the difference. For the Gators, they've become far too reliant themselves on running the ball, and with LSU likely to force them into a passing attack, that won't bode well for the outcome of this one for Florida fans. Additionally, according to Covers.com, Florida is 1-7 ATS in their last 8 games following an ATS loss, and they're 1-6 ATS in their last 7 SEC games. My first pick is LSU plus 2.5. On Saturday in Week 6 play, No. 8 Tennessee 5-0, 2-0 SEC beat the unranked LSU team 40-13 at Tiger Stadium. In a game that saw LSU's QB Jaden Daniels pass for more yards, 300 yards, completed 32 45ths passes, 1 TD than the statistically much better Volunteers QB Hendon Hooker, 239 yards, completed 17 37ths passes, 2 TDs. The Vols won this game by a better balanced attack on the ground as well as air, and Vols kicker Chase McGrath connected with 4 field goals, the leading scorer on the team. While the Hooker air attack was muted by pretty good LSU coverage, the Vols' Jabari Small rushed for 127 yards on 22 touches, and Jalen Wright rushed for 59 yards on 12 carries. UT's Brew McCoy caught 7 passes for 140 yards, and the Vols' Jalen Hyatt caught 4 passes for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, LSU was not able to control the line, as the Vols sacked LSU QB Daniels 5 times, with senior lineman Byron Young accounting for a large share of those sacks. LSU could find little openings in the line rushing and ended the game with 55 rushing yards. Part of those troubles certainly were caused by star offensive Will Campbell not playing, due to a health episode, likely heat exhaustion, dehydration. The Friday before the Tennessee game, Campbell is expected to play against Florida. Tennessee has the number 11 ranked rushing defense in the nation, with 89 yards allowed per game on the ground, so this was not entirely unexpected. Because of missing personnel, LSU allowed the Vols to force penalties and turnovers, shut down LSU's running game. Jaden Daniels managed a decent passing attack and the receivers did well, but LSU struggled with the run and pass protection. It's LSU's passing game against Florida's running game. For LSU, expect their reconstituted line to be more protective of a very good quarterback and opening holes for running. This should open up that offense. For Florida, they will be able to adjust if necessary and run the ball, though the Vols' rush defense may have a say in this. If not, Florida will take to the air. But for Florida, it won't be enough. They have struggled to get points on the board all season. Nobody will score much more than 3 touchdowns, except perhaps a field goal or 2 for one side. The trends for this game, in terms of over and under, are controlled by the Tigers. Under is 4-0 in the Tigers' last 4 games overall. Under is 4-0 in the Tigers' last 4 games after allowing more than 450 total yards in their previous game, and under is 4-0 in the Tigers' last 4 versus a team with a winning record. These are teams that have won a game or 2 on fortuitous events. That's lucky for you and me. The ancients might have said magic, but we now know there's no such thing. The sorcerer often hides his hands under something or distracts you to make you less aware. Don't fall for the magic, folks. My 2-second pick is under 51.5 points.